Good morning and welcome back. Today we're going to create a game, a drawing game that I like to use with my third graders to teach them the features of the face. But this activity can be appropriate for pretty much grades 2 and up. It's a great way to introduce how to draw features of the face. And expressive features as well, different kinds of features. It's fun, it'll pass the time, and you can pull it out and play the game whenever you feel like you need to kill 5 or 10 minutes. The first thing you need to do is create this chart. So we have 6 rows and then 3 columns, and each row is labeled 1 through 6, and each column is labeled eyes, nose, and mouth. And what you want to do is you want to fill in each space with a different feature. So 6 versions of eyes, 6 versions of noses, and 6 versions of mouths. And I'll explain why you're breaking it up into these sections after we take time and fill in each space. So you can pause your video right now and make time to create the chart, and then we'll pick up from there. So after you've created your chart, now you're going to think about different kind of eyes that you can make. So think about expressive eyes. Maybe start with some eyebrows. They don't have to be realistic. They can be fun cartoon eyes. They can be realistic eyes if you want. These are features that you're going to want to be able to draw somewhat quickly. So have some fun with it, okay? Enjoy yourself and don't stress out too much about them being perfect. Once you've done all the eyes, move on to your noses. And once you've finished all your noses, draw the mouths. And notice that I've tried to capture different expressions, a smile here, a frown here. This looks like eyes, but it's actually a pig nose, so I'll try to fix that a little bit. This is a good time to make adjustments. I have a cyclops eye. I've tried to make sad eyes. I noticed I need to add some eyebrows, some angry eyes. I could add eyebrows too here. You can put eyebrows on any of the eyes. This is a good time to make adjustments, so you can pause the video and try to make all your features different from one another as much as you can. Now, once you've created the chart is the fun part. So what you'll need to get is a dice. And if you don't have a dice, you can use a deck of cards. Because I've realized that the dice that I own, I've actually taken into my classroom for this activity. But I couldn't find any in my apartment, so I found a deck of cards. So what you'll need are the ace through 6, ace being 1, so that they are basically the same amount of size that you would have on a dice. And that is why you have your 6 rows. So you have 6 rows for 6 numbers. Now the fun part is what you'll need is a blank piece of paper. So get a fresh piece of paper, and you can use anything. I can't find any more paper, so I'm actually just going to use a used envelope. If you're running out of drawing paper or you need to save it for other resources, find anything to write on. A grocery bag, a used envelope, anything will work. And you can do this with a pencil, with markers. You can add color if you want. And what you'll want to do is, for the first round, you'll pick a number for the eyes, or you'll roll your dice for the eyes. So what I'm doing is I'll shuffle my cards, flip one over, and it's the 4. And so what I'll look at my 4, and my 4 is the multiple eyes. So on my paper, I'll draw the multiple eyes that I drew, trying to practice redrawing something that I've drawn before. And this is a great way for artists to develop their skills, and a fun way too. So drawing in all those eyes. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it's good practice to try to make it as close as you can. And then for the next column, we'll pick a number. And that'll be our nose. Shuffle in, and then I'll flip over the 2. So if I look here, this is the nose I want to draw. So underneath those silly eyes, I'll draw this nose, trying to draw it exactly as I drew it before. And then for the last feature, for the mouth, time to shuffle my cards. And then pick number 1, the happy smiling face. So then I'll look at this mouth and I'll try to redraw it exactly as I drew it on my chart. Just like that. And now I've drawn a ridiculous face that I can now draw a head around. Maybe I'll add a chin down here, some ears, an ear over here, and then the hair. I always teach my students to draw the shape or use an expressive line for hair. And then maybe I'll actually draw some eyebrows on here too. And you can play this game, and every time it'll turn out as a different face, because every time you roll different numbers for each feature. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this game brings you minutes and minutes of joy. Bye.